Okay, so I'm going to break my end of Crosswinds video into two parts. This will be the outside area, and then I'll do the inside inventory. We need to reset this boat, but this is kind of how we're going to leave it, you know, once we get everything out of it and get it set properly. We're just playing it out. And then when we come back in September, then we'll pull it up on shore for the winterization. So we put the 16 or the 18-foot lund in there on the trailer, and then we've got the other lund up here on the shore. We rebuilt, or I should say we, Joe and Chris rebuilt the deck. They did a really good job. We added a stair down here in the bottom, and then put railing up to it. We'll be extending the deck that way. That's why we didn't put more railing back this way, because we're going to extend the deck. There's where the cabin's going to go. We staked it out, so we have a huge deck out here. Basically, I'll build the deck, fill in that whole area there, and we'll bring it all the way over here. I think it's, I remember right, it's about 30 feet or 40 feet maybe. Yeah, 40 feet from here to there, and we'll fill that whole area in with deck. This will be the stakes will be the cabin's corners. I think I've decided I'm going to talk to the cabin maker and see if we can add another 10 by 10 building off the back end, or room off the back end, maybe 8 by 8. That would, then we could put a shower and a restroom in the sleeping cabin, which would be nice, and we could go off that way with our septic, and it would just be right here, so it doesn't really take up anything. It's kind of what they did when they added their shower and stuff. So cleaned up around all the buildings. You probably don't remember what these looked like, but they had all kinds of stuff stacked around each building, so we cleaned all that up. And windows were back here, so we really didn't do much on the inside of this building. So we can do that September. We got some rhubarb growing on the side of the house. If you like rhubarb pie. Built this little deck back here on the back for our grills. We've got to clean up that little area right there. We need to take up those old timbers, put down new timbers, re-level with gravel, and do something there. That's going to be on the list. Cleaned up all this area around this building. Got it looking really good on the inside. Got it pretty well cleaned up. Now this will be the gas yard. Basically think of it as yard and gasoline storage area for everything, and ice fishing. So we got all our gas cans. We'll put the 30. I think we'll put the 30 back on the 16-foot lund. Now that we can trailer it and launch it, I think we can just leave it on all the time and store it that way. So this is all of our yard equipment. We've got 2 weed eaters. We got this great little cutter device that cuts all the brush and stuff. Brush cutter, does a good job. It's 4-cycle. Chainsaws did really well. We actually found out this refrigerator works. So it's off right now, but I put some drinks in it to see if it would freeze and stuff, and they did not, and it cooled down real nicely. So we still got our Eskimo tent in here. We got lots of camp chairs. We got lots of snow shovels. We're all in here. All of our tools. Got some hand shovels there. Extra belts for the snowmobiles. The freezers are still here, and as far as I know, they both work. This one looks brand new. Looks like a Costco 7 cubic foot. Got our chains, more chairs, more short chains, left some water pipe in here and stuff. Didn't move all that. We had that wind generator there that I need to ask him if it works. It doesn't have a prop on it, and I don't know. I don't think it would if he would have it in here. So anyway, we took down that overhang. It was all messed up and full of squirrel stuff. We got lots of chicken wire and wire mesh. This is the small wire mesh, and then we got 2 rolls of that, 2 rolls of chicken wire. Got good rock bars. We need a couple more shovels for digging our piers, I think. Got some strapping, more wire mesh up there if we needed something to make a screen out of or something. So that's the utility room, or the bear cave as they called it. We did some calculation. That's 250 gallons of fuel. It's still a quarter full. We didn't use any of it hardly, just in testing of showing people how the system worked more than anything else. This is a 500-gallon tank, and it's got a quarter also, and it's connected from there all the way down to there, comes up into that tank. So got quite a bit of diesel for drip. Here's where our pup tank is for taking to town to get 108 gallons of gas. Our trailers are stored over here. We got this drum trailer ready to go. Got it propped up on blocks so it's not froze to the ground. Didn't really pull out these trailers at all, just left them, but they seem to be workable trailers. I've got this all sorted and deal. We need to get a couple of ladder hangers, bring ladder hangers in before we hang those ladders. He's got that one hung up there and these hung there. We found really some good logs, and we used a bunch of them for stuff to level and things of that nature. That is fixing to slide off, so I need to work on that next time. Put all of our smaller plastic drums here. Cleaned up this whole back end, pulled out this trailer. Tires are still good on it, believe it or not. There's all the old windows, so we just stacked them up back here for now. We may eventually want to pull those back to Anchorage and do something with them. Got some heavy-duty cable left over. We sprayed really well. We've got the generator rigged up where you can plug it in right outside the room here. Don't need an extension cord anymore. Got this whole side all cleaned up. I worked on our door and our stairs there. Inside, we'll cut some trees down, so we got some firewood. Been trying to put all our tarps in here. Most of them are in here. We got a lot of tarps out here. This is our shed for all of the fishing equipment. We've got our 15 and our 9.9. All the rod holders are in there. He has that little Volvo Pinto, don't know. We've got this little Chrysler over here, don't know if it works. That's a 3.6. That's a 3.9, so need to check that out. Put all of our ice fishing stuff up here. Life jackets, just future moose calls, anything, oars, everything to take out of the boat will stick in here too. Not ideal storage, but it'll work for now. Those 2 100-pounders on the left are empty, and the 1 5-gallon will take the 20-pounder out. All the ones on the right are full. Most of the ones that are around the house are still in good shape. We need a new handles for our wheelbarrow. We got everything to rebuild it. We just need a handle, maybe a tire. That's a burn bucket. I put our trash in there to burn. Next time when we get here, we'll burn that up. Outhouse worked out well. No big deals there. John and I did a lot of cleanup back here. Chris and Joe, one of their projects was to retarp that. So we got that tarped off and hopefully weather tight. I've got all the metal drums in one place. If we take all the drums out, that's about 4 loads. But I could take out drums and bring in blocks at the same time. And blocks to be used for maybe helping with the foundation on the new building. We've got this pretty well all cleaned out. A new flooring on it. These are some of those tarps that I was talking about. I was just kind of laying them out to dry. So in here we've got the Argo. We've got our new foam 4x8 sheets that we'll use for the base. Flooring is good. The walls, obviously had a lot of deterioration. We've got all of our tongue and groove. We've kind of sorted it and separated it out for drying. We saved some of the insulation. Who knows what you can use insulation for. You can see the chicken wire back there. The lawnmower started right up. That was too funny. The Eskimo ice fishing hut is here. It looked really good. I set it up. It's pretty easy to set up. So I'll button this up. This system was pretty cool. You just basically untie this here, and the rope just naturally pulls up the tarp as you go. And it's likewise, with a little help from me, let it down. I just need to pull this rope a little bit. It's probably a little tight. Now we'll go snap it all together and it'll be buttoned up. It's actually a really nice little shed. So John and I dug all the stuff that was out over here. Use the any good plywood we use for the floor in there. Everything else we burned, we saved a few beams. Here's our burn pile. We got some metal we need to pull back out of it. So the one last area we got of any old trash consequence other than drums is behind this building. And it'll be an effort, but I think with a little bit of work and a little bit of time, we can get all this cleaned up. And then our whole property would be pristine. So this is the one trash pile that's kind of a mess. Old stoves. There's a stove there, there's a stove there, there's an old stove there. So that's the heavy stuff. I think all this other stuff, cans and things like that, we probably set it on fire and burn what burns. And then after the burn, I'll take some opinions. Maybe it would be better to sort through it before the burn. It's not like we have snakes or anything you have to worry about. Just get all the metal out, pull all the metal, put it over here, and then burn what's left. And that's pretty much the last old compressor there, the last trash pile that I know of on this place. Through our work and stuff on it, we think we discovered, and we got this area over here all cleaned up. That's where the trailer was. Got all the wood out, trailer out, and burned it all. If you come up in July, should have lots of blueberries. Lots of blueberry bushes all over. So the shop got that pretty well, more organized. We leveled this corner here, put some more shims under it. Discovered that's where the electric goes by, so you always want to be careful when you're working in this corner right here. Probably going to eventually have to rebuild this ramp. It's starting to delaminate a little bit. Just use 1/2-inch plywood. That's a metal bin. That's where I'm putting all the wasted metal. So shop-wise, kind of got it to where we can come in this door now. Hopefully it'll open this winter, but it definitely will in spring. Got all our gloves and screws and stuff in here. There's the Starlink. Got ammo and all our propane stored over there. This closet has some various oils and cleaning materials. We got this running, snowblower running, but it running good. So we need to work on that again. Hopefully in the morning we're gonna get a look at it. Joe seems to know a lot about engines, so I'm gonna get him to look at it, see if we need anything. So got a lot of things organized over here. Things are all labeled, sorted, bolts are sorted, electrical and plumbing are up in those cabinets. Got a little table saw here, paintings down there. Paintings actually in 2 places, here and over in the bear cave. Got some extra hoses if we need to drain anything. Got a couple of shop vacs. We got some shingle oil. I'm sure that's for recoating. That actually, the box is the wood box that goes back in the house. We pulled it out to give us some more room. We've got plenty of sawhorses. Got plenty of electrical cords, compressor, pump, diesel pumps. Got 3 manual and 1 electric, so we were set on that. Diesel engine ran great after we figured out I had a loose connection. There's the electric pump. Got some copper. I think that's 1/4 inch. Got quite a bit of 1/4 inch. We could do some more lighting inside. Got some extra cabling, wool for the pump. This is where your breaker box is for the deal. If I'm ever not out here, basically you cut both these off and starting either generator, and then depending on what generator you want on, you either turn the diesel or you turn the small gen on. And then the bottom line is make sure they're both off when you're starting. That way you won't cause any problems. We'll see where we're at. Fuel was. Didn't even hardly, I think 3/4 is where I filled it to. So I think we ran a diesel engine about 15 hours or so. Didn't seem to really run that as much as he thought it would. Maybe that's under a full load. It'll pull a gallon an hour. All right. So when we level the building, these doors, man, they close a lot easier now. You can do it with one finger. Well, good anyway. I guess I'm catching on something there. So they close real easy. All right, I think that's the tour. Looks a lot better. We took that tree up quite a bit. I think we'll get Will back out, or somebody with a chainsaw, take a few more trees up. Some of these right here, or some of these up in the front. This is kind of the view looking back where the cabin's gonna be. We'll leave a walkway right here and stairs going up to the deck from the back side. And then we'll probably have 2 sets of stairs going off the front, the ones that are in front of the door. And then we'll do one off this deck, probably to the right, because the one obstacle we kind of have in our way is he put his septic hole, as best we can tell, is this what this is right here. So he's dug a hole out where all his drain water's going right there. So we got to be cognizant of that and can't run stuff over that. I think dock-wise we'll get one more 5x10 section, extend this on out a little bit. That should be perfect. Don't want to get too greedy on the ice, but if that survives, there's no reason why a little bit longer. We'll get some longer poles. The high water kind of floated the dock off the poles a little bit. Here's all our wood. We got those 13 6x6s. I'm gonna need 18 to do the mats I want to do, and then got a little bit of 2x4s and 2x6s. So got a lot of 4x4 up at the old cabin. I need to go get 4x4 and some more 2x4. So, thinking of America with our flag flying proudly, I will say goodbye for now, and then we'll do our indoor inventory of food and stuff in the morning.